Hey everybody, this is Klaus. So I've just recently seen the story that a very influential social media personality called Rawvana, millions of followers, she's a big YouTuber, she's been vegan for 6 years I believe, she's been caught eating fish. Let's watch the video and then we can discuss the significance of this.
Hemos estado hablando un montón de todo este viaje porque Henry lleva aquí más de un mes, pues no aquí,
yo soy local.
pero sí en Asia, fue a Japón, fue a yo no sé dónde.
First of all, I just want to say that I'm really sorry about the way that the news were communicated to you.
She obviously felt compelled and like she had to make this video because she felt she was living a lie. On the one hand, she was openly on Instagram to millions of followers, a vegan, promoting vegan diet books, selling vegan products. On the other hand, she was eating fish, so she's sort of living a lie, and she had to address this sort of lack of transparency.
I was vegan, completely vegan for over 6 years, and it's been 2 months since I started incorporating eggs and fish into my diet.
The reason she started incorporating eggs and fish into her diet was because she thought it would help her recently diagnosed gut issues, namely SIBO, which is a specific gut condition. In this video, we're going to explore how her previous 6 years of juice cleanses and raw diets and water fasting may have actually contributed to her getting SIBO, and also the fact that she's now recommending and consuming alkaline water because her husband owns a company that sells alkaline water, how this could have contributed to her getting SIBO. I've got to be very careful when making this video. I don't want to get sued by Rawvana's team. She's got a big team and a successful company. I do want to say from the outset that this is meant to be a productive video. I think she's an amazing person, amazing advocate, and I really have Rawvana's best interests at heart. This video is going to be a combination of me responding to Rawvana's coming out of the closet video, which she felt compelled to make. And also it's going to include segments from my interview with gut specialist Dr. Angie Sadeghi. It's really important to note that Dr. Sadeghi was not responding to anything to do with Rawvana or her video. I was just responding to general questions from me about gut issues. And the first question I asked her was, what exactly is SIBO?
SIBO is an imbalance of the gut microbiome. Okay, so where there's supposed to be a certain population of gut microbiome inside the small bowel, if it grows over that certain amount of gut microbiome population, that's called small intestinal bacterial overgrowth.
When I was researching for this video, I looked up what can cause gut issues and SIBO, and one of the things I realized is that it can be a result of flip-flopping between different kind of extreme diets like juice cleanses and raw vegan diets and water fasting and things like that. And it's interesting because this is a common hallmark between all of the people that recently come out as not vegan anymore. They all did these extreme diets and protocols.
Okay, it all started 6 years ago. This was when I found out about the plant-based diet. I found out about the raw vegan diet, and that's how my journey started. I adopted raw veganism for the first 2 weeks and I felt amazing. I did juice cleanses. I was feeling less anxiety. I didn't want to drink. I didn't want to smoke cigarettes. I was sleeping better. I was feeling better. I was looking better. A year into my journey, I decided to do a 25-day water fast. So I fasted for 25 days. Yes, I only drank water for 25 days.
A YouTuber called Goji Man recently made a video and he spoke about specifically how water and juice fasting can increase the probability of people getting SIBO and other gut issues.
And the problem with water fasting and juice fasting is that it will directly affect your gut motility, which is the rate at which your food and feces move through your gut. And without regular bowel movements, your ileocecal valve will become weak. Now, your ileocecal valve is the muscle flap between your large and small intestines. And when this becomes weak and your gut motility is reduced, it will allow your gut bacteria in the large intestines to migrate into the small intestines, which is one of the main mechanisms for which small intestinal bacterial overgrowth will start. When this occurs, you will have bacteria in your small intestines where it shouldn't be, and then all of a sudden the bacteria will ferment everything that you eat, and you become extremely bloated and you will experience IBS type symptoms.
Water fasting has been done by some medical professionals in cases of cancer and metabolic syndrome in patients who are in extreme unhealthy situations where the risks of the benefits of doing a water fast outweigh the risks. However, for a normal individual like myself, for example, or an athlete, someone who's active on a daily basis without metabolic diseases, it could cause an extreme shift in the gut microbiome and it could potentially cause harm.
I was feeling constipated. I was getting diarrhea. I was having a lot of gases and a lot of burps, but it was on a very small level. It wasn't very big as how it eventually got to be. I told my doctor about these symptoms that I was having, and we already knew that I didn't have candida, so she said, I think you have SIBO. When I received my SIBO test results, which was early this year, January 2019, I was relieved, to be honest, that I knew what I had. I knew that I had SIBO, but at the same time, I was confused on what to do. I didn't know. I wanted to do the right thing for my health.
It didn't help that a couple of ex-vegans, namely Bonnie Rebecca and Tim Sheaf, who are friends of Rawvana, had gut issues and claimed that eating eggs and fish helped the symptoms. This is something that's not based on any evidence, as Dr. Sadeghi points out.
I want to tell you that this issue of SIBO has come to the forefront, and a lot of people are ditching the plant-based diet because they're being ill-advised by some practitioners who don't understand nutrition, and they're being advised to eat fish and eggs for health, which is such an opinion, not fact, and it is in fact harmful for the gut microbiome. So I want to make sure that you all understand that eating fish and eggs is not curative for SIBO. It's still not addressing the underlying cause. It may temporarily make people feel better because fish and eggs don't have any fiber, and if you're not eating as much fiber, you have a little less gas and bloating. But it's definitely not addressing the underlying cause of what caused SIBO in the first place, and it's definitely not a solution to SIBO. It doesn't cure SIBO. So it's really important that if you have SIBO, number one, you talk to an expert to get properly diagnosed, and number two, figure out what caused it in the first place so you prevent it from recurring, and number three, when it comes to treatment, do not eat fish or eggs as the treatment because it won't help.
Here's how you can eliminate SIBO. Number one, take away the offending agent. What's causing it? Are you maybe on a medication that's causing SIBO? I don't know, maybe you're on a PPI or H2 blocker like Zantac. Perhaps you're drinking alkaline water. Perhaps you're eating candy and refined sugars. So take away the offending agent. Number two, you should be on a whole food plant-based diet that's designed for people with SIBO, which starts with low fiber and increases the fiber gradually. If you need help with that, call my office, I can help you. Number three, there are natural supplements on the market that can help. There are some vegan natural supplements on the market that can help if you wish. And number four, there's an antibiotic that actually is helpful, and it can eliminate SIBO in rare cases. So what you want to do, step one, take away the offending agent. Number two, go to diet, because if diet works, then you don't need supplements and antibiotics. Number three, take supplements so you don't need antibiotics. And in the worst case scenario, take the antibiotics, and that's how you can help SIBO. So there is an antibiotic on the market called rifaximin, and I hate to promote pharmaceuticals, and I don't work for them or get paid by them, but I do want to tell you that it is one that works. And there was a New England Journal of Medicine article that came out, and they showed that people who had irritable bowel syndrome with intestinal bacterial overgrowth of the hydrogen-producing gut microbiome, it eradicated their problem altogether. So if you have hydrogen-producing gut microbiome and irritable bowel syndrome and or diarrhea predominant IBS or SIBO, anyway, it's all in the same kind of category. This antibiotic can be life-saving. Rifaximin can be life-saving. So many people with problems are cured. It's kind of like this. Okay, so you know when your computer gets all mumbo-jumbo and you don't know what the heck is going on, Control-Alt-Delete, and just kind of give it rest and then reboot it? It's the same thing when you take rifaximin. It kind of kills off the overgrowth, and it may also take off some of the other gut microbiome. But then what you need to do is eat healthy to prevent from the overgrowth from happening again. So you kind of reboot your gut, and then you nourish it with a diverse amount of different types of whole foods, plant-based, preferably with a lot of fiber, and basically grow the garden again, if that makes any sense.
So during this time, before I did the SIBO breath test, I was trying out different things. Like I would try eating raw for a week and seeing how I felt, and I thought that, okay, this is what I need to cleanse to just reset my digestive system. Or I would do juice cleanses, I would do water fasts. That was the best. I felt really good when I did water fasting because I wasn't eating anything. I got to the point where I just preferred not to eat because I was afraid that anything that I would eat, I would feel sick after it. I also tried intermittent fasting. I said, okay, intermittent fasting is what I need to do.
You got to feel for Rawvana. She's clearly really distressed about her condition, but the things that she mentioned she tried to do would only perpetuate the condition, the gut issues that she's suffering on, based on things that we previously mentioned in this video. Now, coming up is the critical soundbite from Rawvana, where she talks about the two things she was told to do, which is number 1, consume a plant-based diet, and number 2, take antibiotics. Let's go to the clip.
And she suggested to take the antibiotics and to follow a vegan diet. Throughout this whole time, I haven't taken antibiotics because I want to heal the most natural way. Antibiotics, I believe that they don't go to the root of the problem. They will relieve my symptoms, but they're not gonna get to the root of the problem. So, as I said, I'm still in this process, this experimental phase, and maybe I will be open to taking antibiotics, but I didn't want that to be my first option. So she recommended that, and she said you can eat anything. The SIBO diet is what it's not true. You can follow a vegan diet, just don't eat fruit, no raw, and that's it. So that's what I did. So for the next 2 weeks, I was like, okay, I can eat vegan. Like maybe it's all in my head. And so I started to eat 100% plant-based, which was a lot of fiber foods. Again, I wasn't eating any gluten. That's something that she recommended, but the symptoms came back even worse.
So this is the key bit. The symptoms came back because Rawvana didn't follow the advice she was given. She didn't take the antibiotics, and because of that, she then decided to eat animal products.
First week, I was feeling a little bit better. It didn't even take that long. It only took like 5 days for me to actually feel better. But 2 weeks ago was when I really started to feel a lot better. I'm feeling like myself again. I feel energy again. I feel good. I don't feel bloated.
Goji Man sums up why this isn't going to help in the long term, nor will it get to the root of the problem.
Diet alone will not kill off a SIBO infection. The only way that you will get rid of a SIBO infection is via herbal antibiotics such as berberine or allicin, or you take a pharmaceutical antibiotic. If she is simply moving forward with dietary modifications, then the SIBO infection will eventually get worse and worse. Or if she is taking herbal antibiotics or pharmaceutical antibiotics in conjunction with dietary modifications, then she is deliberately deceiving her subscribers. What she is saying is that by eating eggs and fish, this is killing off the SIBO infection in her gut, which is a pure lie. We are talking about a bacterial infection. Fish and eggs are not antibacterial in nature. So if she is not taking antibacterials or antibiotics, then all she is doing is managing symptoms. And I can guarantee that if this is the case, then she will find that the issues will become worse and worse, and before long she will be on very friendly terms with meat-based ex-vegans.
In the interview with Dr. Angie Sadeghi, I asked her why people listen to practitioners like naturopaths.
You go to a practitioner with a license and they tell you, oh, if you ate fish and eggs, your problems are going to go away. It's likely they're going to be impressionable. It's likely that they're going to fall into that trap. It's likely that they're going to go home and be like, well, either I eat fish and eggs or I'm going to be bloated. And in their mind, they associate the two, right? it's bad information. And so it's incumbent upon the gut microbiome experts, the plant-based gastroenterologists, to come out and talk about it right now, because it has come to the forefront. We need to help these people come back to eating plant-based and promoting to their followers, to people who revere them, the plant-based living, because that is truly the gut healthing diet.
One thing I realized when I was researching this video is that Rawvana, after a recent marriage with the guy that owns an alkaline water company, since then she's actually been drinking alkaline water and recommending this product.
I love my Dylan water bottle. It's literally become an extension of me. I take it with me everywhere. In the past, I used to buy plastic gallons of spring water. I constantly felt dehydrated. I felt like I had to drink so much water. Once I started using my Dylan bottle that creates alkaline and antioxidant water, I instantly had high quality water. I felt more hydrated, I felt more awake, I felt like I had more energy, and I didn't need to drink as much water.
I asked Dr. Angie Sadeghi whether she's noticed a trend of more people consuming alkaline water and whether it contributes to gut issues like SIBO.
But I can tell you, recently, there are a lot of people drinking alkaline water, okay? It's the same thing as taking a PPI medicine. So these PPI medicines are proton pump inhibitors. There's a class of medicine that it decreases the stomach acid, so the acidity goes down, the stomach gets more alkaline, and it gives rise to it causes bacteria imbalance, right? Because the stomach acid helps kill off the extra bacteria. When you get rid of that acid, it causes the overgrowth of certain type of bacteria in the small intestine and in the stomach. So it's really important to understand this concept. The stomach is supposed to be an acidic environment. The small bowel, the beginning of the small bowel, is supposed to be very alkaline, and the rest of the bowel, the pH changes. Okay, so when you drink alkaline water or you take medicines like PPIs, that acid-base balance changes. You alkalinize the stomach tremendously, and that can lead to SIBO. We know that PPI medicines can do that. There's never been testing with alkaline water, but it's the same concept. So a lot of these people are drinking alkaline water not knowing what they're doing to their body.
The last thing I asked Dr. Angie Sadeghi is what you should say to people that claim products like eggs and fish help SIBO.
Don't let anyone come out and tell you that fish and eggs are going to cure your SIBO. It's just a matter of opinion, not fact.
Anyway, thank you for watching. Please subscribe for more videos. The link down below is Dr. Angie Sadeghi's Instagram. She's got an amazing Instagram channel. She's an expert in many areas, but her main field of expertise is gut issues. So she was the perfect person to interview for this, to ask some sort of general questions about SIBO and gut issues. She's great. Again, link to her stuff down below. Please subscribe for more. Click the bell and see you very soon. Peace out.